Guys, so this is the second video I'm gonna do. Basically, I'm just gonna focus on what I'm going through right now. I'm sorry if my voice sounds a bit tired and all, but it's just one of the side effects of radiotherapy, which is the main topic. So radiotherapy, we started, and is a tough battle, but you can overcome it. I got like 13, 12 more sessions. It was originally 30, but the whole plan was 30 sessions, so I'm really close to finishing up. And yeah, so basically, radiotherapy is you're being treated by radio waves, from what I heard, not radiation. And I have the nasopharynx cancer, so basically, tumor's here and disappeared now, but thank God. But it's spread to here, it's still there. So I'm being treated in this area. If you're treated in this area, your throat's gonna be affected. Also, you're gonna have burns. As you can see, the throat's pretty black. I don't know if you can see. I can take off my shirt. So, I don't know. Yeah, see, that's my color, normal color, and that's my neck. If it's visible, yeah, over here. So, basically, that's it. And yeah, it's pretty hot. So, anyways, that's it. All right. Oh, all right. Get used to seeing me like that. I will wear my beanie. Like seeing me like swallow and do this funny things, because that's one of the side effects of radio, or what I suffered. Because I find that every patient suffers from something unique, and some people suffer from what you suffer with, and some people don't. And it's just the way it is. We're not all the same, but we're the same, but we're different. Anyways, so yeah, you get put into this machine. It's like the MRI machine. You can Google image that. And it lasts only for like 20 minutes. The first few weeks of that, it's like a walk in the park. You just being affected by the chemo. The chemo will take its toll, especially with as the session is going on. But you gotta fight it. You gotta eat. You gotta move. You gotta do what you can. I'll post some videos about chemo, but that's not our topic. And basically, you gotta do your own thing. Your life experience is really important in this fight. And you gotta search in every aspect. You got Western medicine, you got Eastern medicine, you got traditional medicine. Nothing is right by it on its own. Alright, because no one can tell you a cup of tea isn't good. And that's basically what, like, people heal themselves through that. You gotta respect that. But at the same time, there's this huge wave, new age you call it, or people just bashing cancer treatments, chemotherapy, radiotherapy. I don't know. That's just due to inexperience, and they're not exposed to cancer. Because chemotherapy actually relieved me from the first stage of my cancer, which is like absolute pain. It's just like pain, headaches. You wake up from the pain. It's just like contractions, convulsions. You contract and relax. Just like pain, you're fighting pain, like real pain. Headaches. You lose your hearing, because like it's getting all inflamed, coughing up blood. That was my first stage. I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm just gonna talk about radiotherapy for now because that's what I'm going through. But the point is, chemotherapy actually made me break down, to like tears, because it relieved me from so much pain. And I got a lot of side effects, but I was still thankful, like I can move like a human being from being like constricted by pain. I don't know if you ever felt chronic pain in your life, but like it's you don't know how it is unless you're cured, and when it's gone, you just in awe because life feels better. It's painless. For a huge time, while I didn't know I had cancer, I thought, that I thought life was like that. Like I have a strong mentality, like, and I can have this crazy outlook on life that life's just pain. I used to do that, so I was like, yeah, it's pain. It'll make me stronger. Pain makes you stronger, but pain also means something else. Pain has a lot of meanings. You learn about pain through cancer, and trust me, pain management, and you learn from pain. It makes you grow. You gotta embrace it, and you have to respect it, and you also gotta fight it. Mm. So be ready to explore pain, and you'll get used to it, and you need to. And it's life. It's life. So back to radio. All right. So first few weeks walk in the park, and then all of a sudden you start getting like mild throat pains. When you swallow, you just feel like feel like a few tingles and stuff. But in full swing, all of a sudden you can't eat. All of a sudden you can't swallow things because it hurts. And with chemo you lose your appetite, so you're like, all right. After a few days, after a week or so, you're regaining. You're like, all right, maybe I just gotta stop eating. I won't eat until I feel better, But like, the pain doesn't go away. You can't even swallow your own spit, You can't clear your throat, and then if you cough, if you sneeze, it hurts, and you just like experiencing all these new sensations of pain in you gotta get used to that. You gotta get used to being surprised, and you just gotta adapt. Adaptation. We're a human species, and we're the best at adapting. So you gotta really learn how to adapt. You gotta really learn how to explore your pain, how to explore your symptoms, and you gotta read past experiences. You gotta seek knowledge. You gotta seek help. If someone offers help to you, you explore it. Because if you don't, you'll go through a really hard time, like you can eat through your nose. That's not natural, but lots of patients go do that. That's what happens then. I thank God, like I'm still eating, I'm still drinking. I learned to do that. For a while, I was 55, not my ideal weight. Used to be 60 at my best, but I fell to 43 because I wasn't eating. I couldn't eat. And my mom was with me, so God bless her, I love her. She's my grace, She's my angel. She helped me for so much. And so, like you going through this mental pressure, hey, you gotta eat, yeah, I know I wanna eat, but I can't, and you lost your taste. So on top of that, you get this mild form of depression. You can get depressed because once there's something beautiful about food and taste, and once it's gone, you'll feel it, but you'll regain it. You will regain it. I got faith in that, like I will regain it, and I have and to a certain to extent, and I'm not fully 100% back, but it's beautiful, it's beautiful. So basically, I was going through a really hard time, and then I did like I got all my prescriptions from the doctors, the throat pills, the Delphigram, the bicarbonates. Um, that's for a mouthwash. They gave me this dental kit, good stuff. But the thing is, you gotta depend on yourself. You can't fully depend on your doctor. That's the thing. Something's gotta fall on your shoulders, and you have to take responsibility for your health. If you feel confused, interrogate your doctor. Don't even ask questions, interrogate until you feel relieved. You need to feel relieved, you need to feel a sense of control, a sense of you handling the situation, being above the situation. And for a while when I was under the sea, I was I was here and I should have been here, I felt hopeless. I was getting angry. I was getting nasty. I was getting depressed, I was I was losing control, I didn't know what was going on with me. I was scared, like I had a tube in my nose, daunting stuff, like I want to eat, I want to drink water at least, and water was tasting like freaking salt. Like, what am I gonna drink? What am I gonna eat? Lay my So basically, I did like a chemo. That was my fourth session of chemo, and after that, I figured I'd just like rest. Maybe the chemo was real strong. I was just like the chemo is real strong this time. It's accumulation of the chemo, but it was the radio. I didn't know because I didn't experience the symptoms. All right, got some blood. Maybe it's from my nose, but it's all good. What's wrong with my throat? My spit. Learned to do that again. I forgot how to do that. And I was unable to. So I was basically spitting. So basically what happened with me, I was having heavy saliva. Maybe in the beginning it was like dry mouth. But then it was like heavy saliva and heavy mucus. And the heavy saliva basically made me more nauseous, and the mucus already makes you nauseous. And when you're on chemo and you got a weak stomach, if you swallow and it tastes bad, you throw up. I was throwing up so much. My throat started hurting. I was like, yeah, maybe it's from the throwing up. Probably can happen. But it was, as time went by, I wasn't eating like a human being. I was like, what am I going to eat? What am I going to eat? I was getting angry and worried. My mom's nagging me from the side. She's worried. I'm not eating. The doctor's telling me he wants to put me on the tube. I was like, yeah, I can't drink the proteins. I have like supplements. I can't drink those. I couldn't drink those at the time. So yeah, and then I started researching. You just gotta research. YouTube, you got people talking about your situation. So I got like a tip, like mix your water with cucumbers or lemons or something. I can't remember where I got that from, but basically, that was like a lifeline. I started putting lemons in my water, and that basically made the water taste nice. Yeah, the water was tasting like seawater. It was so salty. It was harsh. And as soon as I put the lemons in the water tasted fine, but it still hurt my throat when I drank it. But it was water. I need water. So I got happy. I was drinking my lemons and water, and then I started putting cucumbers. One of the doctors told me, avoid citrus, you don't want to hurt your throat. So I was like, cucumbers. Cucumbers were alright, so stuck with the cucumbers, but I wasn't eating. Mom was cooking all this delicious food. and what I couldn't eat. I was getting pissed, and she'd be like, "Yeah, you're eating wrong." No, I'm not eating wrong. Like I know how to eat. Like, and you know, someone's just worried about you, and it's pissing you off because he's telling you to eat, and you want to eat, but you can't. It's like a vicious cycle. Then, anyways, so one thing I found out that was great for me were eggs. Turns out I can eat the eggs. Basically, I couldn't eat anything that was spicy, like had spices in them. Anything that was a bit harsh, like rice was rough, bread was rough, like the texture of the food, if it was just had a bit of solidity, it would hurt. Like rice, freaking avocados now, like they're a bit harsh. Even avocados, they're soft, but they still hurt. But you know, so I didn't know what I was gonna eat. I couldn't eat fruits. I'm crazy about fruits, so like fruits would burn. I was like, what am I gonna eat? So and then like what off the top of my head, I was like, Mom, make me some, like maybe I'll have some boiled eggs. And yeah, like eggs, the whiter is so soft. So it easily goes down your throat, and that saved me. I started eating eggs. All I could eat was eggs. And I was thankful, I was going crazy. I'm eating eggs. I was eating, started like with two, like that. I wasn't eating much, but I was eating. That was after I interrogated my doctor. He told me, you gotta eat. I don't want to put you on the tube or something. So, eggs are magic. Respect to all the vegans, vegetarians, and all that. But when you're going through hell and you can eat something, you're gonna eat it. Simple as that. I still lettuce is fine, if you want to live on lettuce, but freaking I could eat lettuce. I learned that after the eggs, but I didn't eat much of that. But like eggs were my heaven. Eggs. I was eating eggs. So slowly I started like that was all I was eating, and then eggs and the lemon water. But like slowly the water was getting rougher and rougher and rougher. I didn't know how to drink. And then sometimes you cough. Like you swallow the water and then you cough and it go again. Like it was just like so much. After that, you know, started experimenting a lot, and I figured I tried some hot drinks. They hurt me too, but I tried hot water with olive oil and honey. It was good, but it still hurt me. So and then what a good friend of mine sent me some tea back from Australia. I used to study there. I used to live there. So I started drinking that, and it was nice. It was like I could drink it. It was just like water, but it was hot, and it soothed my throat a bit, and I was happy. It wasn't like so. It was like a door, tea is a second lifesaver. So yeah, I started drinking tea. And then on a day out, I was super tired. Woke up, didn't have any breakfast, and then when you wake up, you're like an engine. You're cold. Slowly start to warm up, but longer, and you need good rest when you're on radio. When you're in Canada, you just gotta sleep good. You gotta relax. And yeah, At the end of the day, um, we passed by this Lebanese restaurant. I was like, "Hey, mom, it's a Lebanese restaurant. Haven't seen one in ages. Like we got tons of them back home. So I love Lebanese food, and I was like, "Hey, mom, yeah, you see like a Lebanese restaurant. You want something to eat? Maybe you want something." And she was like, "Yeah, she like Lebanese food." She took a falafel, and I was like, I was looking from outside, and I saw halloum. In English, it's halloumi. So I was like, wow. And that's like my favorite kind of cheese. And I was like explaining to my friend, yeah, that cheese, he's like, what is that? It's like, you don't know what that is? I started explaining it. I got like, I missed it so much. I was like, hey, mom, order me one, And I was like, we're just on the verge of leaving. And I was like, hey, maybe we should just go down and eat. Or maybe we should just like go down, like sit down. And I was like, all right, let's go sit down. And then the guy had like a teapot. He poured the tea. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have the tea. I need tea. But that tea I had in that shop was like a herbal kind of tea. It was beautiful, and I could drink it. So I was like enjoying. Oh, I'm drinking the tea, And then taking small sips, and then it was like calming my throat. So like tea really calms down the throat, and I have a theory about that. Like you drinking slowly, so you're actually exercising your throat. Sorry, you're using it in a mechanical way. You're going slowly, and it's actual science. So apparently, like for research and stuff, I found out that there is a disease called dysphagia, or like a condition. Basically, that perfectly describes radiotherapy patients. People have trouble swallowing because of a disease or cancer. So basically, I think drinking tea like exercised my throat. Plus, it's soothing and all. So after that tea, went to like a natural shop and like one of those health food shops, and I started buying everything like crazy, like because I love healthy lifestyle. I was just like getting all these weird stuff. I'll show you what I got later. But yeah, and I got back home. I was feeling good. After the tea, and I had some more tea at home. And then when I said no, I just like started sipping on like the juices, the water juices I got and stuff, and I was drinking them. And I was like, what? Wow, I'm on a roll. Like I'm drinking that juice. I'm drinking that juice. Oh, that juice is a bit rough. I'll keep for later. I'm experimenting, and I could actually drink things. Like I got so emotional. And then I started eating. Like I told my mom, yeah, maybe we should cook some food. And I remember having like one of my first proper meals in ages, and I was over the roof. My mom was so happy, and it was just surreal. And I was like, tea, it's tea, tea's the lifesaver. Ooh. So yeah, tea definitely helps, and sorry, even yawning hurts at that. Ah, ooh, that was my coconut water. But yeah, so like I got into a habit of waking up drinking tea, like whenever, and then I found I was getting like, do I have to drink tea all the time? Do I have to like get up, boil water, and then drink, and then in order for me to drink other things? At first, I thought it was gonna be like that. It's a bit tough, because you don't want to drink tea all the time. So I started like eating properly today. I had like that was just like 2 days ago. Today I had like eggs with tomatoes in the beginning. I could eat. Yeah, we cooked pasta last night. I was like, wow. So basically, yeah, like I was eating. Yeah, and I ate my sandwich. I ordered like the sandwich from Real. I was eating that, and then I ate my mom's food. Or I'm not an angel, but everyone's happy I ate. Then later on at night, we cooked some food. Mom got excited, put some garlic, which is a bit rough, so I thought, Mom, no garlic. Can't. So, yeah.